back to my channel. This is Tita Lavinia of Titas of Pageantry, and for this episode, I'm going to be giving you some quick updates about Miss Universe Philippines 2022, the current frontrunners, as well as my presence at the finals. So please make sure you stick around. Please subscribe to the channel, as well as hit that bell notification button for your weekly pageant fix. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is a Sunday and I just want to greet you all happy Easter, and I hope that you had a blessed as well as meaningful Holy Week. So because it's a Sunday, we will be resuming our live sesh at 9 p.m. tonight, and this will go on up until the end of pageant season. So yeah, I know that you have a lot of questions, so just keep them coming for tonight. Now, I wanted to do this episode for you because I feel like the fundraising that happened last week has to be talked about. And I think that this is the perfect opportunity for me to thank you all, my subscribers, my followers here at this channel, on the Titas of Pageantry page, as well as my patrons at Patreon. Maraming salamat. You guys, you're crazy. You absolutely pushed me to secure these tickets, and you left me no room to say no because a lot of you were really pooling in funds to secure my place at Miss Universe Philippines this year. And you know, now that a few days has passed, now that I have secured my tickets, I think it's dawning on me that this is actually something that I can look forward to, something that I can be really excited for. So maraming salamat, you guys. I have a list of your names, but I know that I have special instructions from most of you to be anonymous. So I'm gonna respect this decision, but just so you know, I have all of your names in this little notebook. So you know who you are, you know how much you sent in, you know that whether it's a lot or as little as 100, that's gonna be enough for me to have the prime seat at Miss Universe Philippines. And it took quite some time for me to secure this. So just so you know, I was able to raise more than 17,000 pesos. And out of that, I got myself the 13,500 VIP seat. So here it is, you guys. There is no turning back. I will definitely be there in my sparkly earrings and my poofy black dress. So if you feel like you're going to be living through me vicariously, then I'm hoping I, do this fundraising justice. So while all of this craziness was happening, Leyte and other parts of the Philippines, especially in the Visayas region, were hit by the devastating typhoon in the middle of summer. So while we stayed quiet on social media out of respect for Holy Week, I also did not feel too happy or like too good about receiving all of these funds for something as frivolous as Miss Universe Philippines. So I hope that you don't mind, for those of you who chipped in, that I shared some amounts to animal welfare, as well as animal welfare groups, as well as NGOs who have asked us for some assistance and awareness with what's happening in Leyte and other parts of Visayas for typhoon relief. So now, I want to talk to you a little bit about what's been happening at Miss Universe Philippines, but because the ladies have been together for about a week now, if I'm not mistaken. So while we were busy not doing anything, vacationing, or just, chilling out during this Holy Week, the girls have been busy doing photo shoots, and they've been updating us on what's been happening on the YouTube channel of Empire PH. So they've had a number of photo shoots lined up for their sponsors. So very early on, we saw some of them in white swimsuits for front row, and then they changed into something more formal for the jewel merch shoot, which I'm really pumped about. I heard that they have secured a new crown design. This is going to be by Jewelmer. They haven't made the formal announcements yet, but there have been, chi-chis here and there, and when it comes to the crown, I think that the Chichis are always reliable. And I think that this is also because we don't get to really see a lot of the Filipina crown images. I mean, it was a hideous crown, to be honest. And I don't think any other crown design will top this. So I'm just really happy that they have more talks of Jewelmer on board. As we all know, Jewelmer is a well-known jewelry house here in the Philippines. They work with golden South Sea pearls, very beautiful. If you remember back when Maxine competed, she had a headdress that was valued at 2 million pesos. So if this is the quality that will be brought at Miss Universe Philippines, then people shouldn't even be concerned about me saying nasty things about the organization, because I'm not there to just say nasty things for the sake of being nasty. I really want to push them for something elevated. And looking at the sponsors at Miss Universe Philippines, I think that they did pretty well this year. They got rid of those problematic sponsors, and now they have, fresh companies that are brought in who I hope will really elevate the final show. Now, if you also got to check some of the renderings of the final stage design, it's on social media. It seems pretty impressive. And looking at the seat, the chart as to where we will be seated, it seems that they will have a long runway in the middle of the stage, and this is something that Jonas Gafford has hinted some time ago, when he was probably thinking of how they will stage this final show for the 2022 edition. So it seems that everything is coming together now. In fact, they have already released information on the preliminary show, which will take place on April 27 at 6 p.m. at Cove, Manila. We don't have the ticket price list yet, but um, I think this is, of course, this one will be open to the public, unlike last year when everything was happening in the middle of the pandemic. So everything had to be closed off, and there were so many talks about, being the same people as part of the judging panel. So hopefully this year they will change things up and shake things up, and invite more folks on board to actually judge the preliminary competition, because the preliminaries, guys, it's an important event. This is where they're going to be picking out the semifinalists. So you have to really perform at your best, and you have to have credible judges for this event. And they're having this at Cove, Manila. The setup is very Miss Earth. I think a lot of the pre-pageant activities of Miss Universe Philippines, let me put it out there, it seems very Miss Earth. Maybe they tweaked it a little bit. Maybe, they put their own spin. But I'm really glad that, they're taking in ideas from the other existing pageants out there. So having this preliminary show at the Cove means that there will be more people on board. It's really going to signal the first live event that we've had in a long time. So that's going to be the dry run of what's going to happen come finals on April 30th. So going back to the final show now, I didn't get to mention this earlier, but I think a lot of people would want me to comment about the ticket prices. Now, if I'm being very honest with you, I really expected more, something more expensive. I was thinking maybe the VIP tickets could go around maybe 15 to maybe over 20,000, given the ambitious work that they've been trying to put together, given that they have three heavy hitting hosts, and that Harnaz, the current Miss Universe, will be coming to the Philippines to watch everything unfold. So I honestly thought that it would be a lot higher. So I was pleasantly surprised that even at 13,500, that was already the most expensive ticket. I was pleasantly surprised that it actually seemed reasonable. Now, having said this, if the VIP ticket pricing is somewhat attainable, somewhat reasonable, then I felt that the other seats were already way too expensive for their position in the arena. So if I had the money on my own, I would still probably go for the VIP tickets rather than pay a lot of money for lower box, which was around 4,000 if I'm not mistaken. So what I'm just saying is that the VIP tickets is reasonable. The other seats are maybe a little more expensive than what I thought they would be priced at. So doesn't matter because the VIP tickets alone, they were a little difficult to secure. It took us several tries, and we were already using a credit card for that. Took us several tries to actually secure these tickets because it seemed that there were other people um, who were saving up for this event too, and tickets were selling fast like hotcakes. So I think that's a pretty good sign, and if a lot of people are excited and they want to participate and they want to be part of this, then it's really up to Miss Universe Philippines to really give them or us a show that we deserve, because they have this year, this is their third year, this is their do-over year to um, tie up loose ends and maybe polish things that weren't polished in the past two editions. So if you have talks of a new crown, a really good set design, full seats, the full experience, then I'm all for it. Now, I'm looking at the ladies at Miss Universe Philippines for this, and it seems predictable. I know it does seem predictable because the ladies that we've been talking about for the past how many weeks, these are the same ladies who are making a killing for the pre-pageant activities at Miss Universe Philippines. Now, styling isn't even part of this equation because these girls can dress up any way they want to for little photo sessions in between, but that's not gonna give us um, the idea on who's really attacking this competition head on. Because if you look at the frequency of the features on social media, for example, it only revolves around a few girls, which really gives you a picture that this could potentially consist the semifinalists. So let me just give a few shout outs to these girls because I think that their frequency of features on social media, these are very telling of their position in the competition. So I want to give a shout out to the Morena girls because these are the ladies with no heavy hitting PR machinery, but they're always there. You always get to see them in group shots or maybe in individual shots, and their presence, they're always there simmering, but they're not attacking the competition white hot. And talking about Genesis Latugat, she's been very consistent in the competition. Ivy Lou Bourbon has been very consistent in serving us looks, and if it has nothing to do with her wardrobe. It has everything to do with her skin color as well as her cheekbones and that bone structure. And I also want to give this shout out to Miss Palawan, Angelica Lopez, because like what I've been saying these past couple of weeks, this one is in competition with herself. It seems that she isn't really concerned about the big names or the more popular girls. She's out there to do her thing, and I think that it's really, really paying off. I also want to give a shout out to the Cebu Ladies because Team Cebu is just so intimidating this year that when you group all four girls together, it just makes you feel like this is a super group. This is a group wherein funding was pooled, talent. I think that the Cebu team really have been doing their best to present their candidates in the best light. And, they have pretty makeup looks, amazing wardrobe as well. And they're in circulation. You can see them. They're not wallflowers in the competition. So they're always doing their own thing, whether it's their own TikTok thing or a legit media outlet capturing their every move. I think that the Cebu Ladies, apart from the fact that they're very competitive this year, um, they have the backup of their team, and I don't know, but for me, that boosts confidence. And so I am now going to be moving on to the heavy favorites. I think Julia is maintaining her position, but I really wish that she would kick into higher gear and really outrun all of the other favorites. Now, I want to give my last shout out to these three ladies because not only are they dangerously competitive, I think they're also very, very in demand. Katrina Liegado, Celeste Cortesi, as well as Michelle D. These three ladies have been in our radar since the start of Holy Week. Everything has been rather quiet, but these three ladies have been really killing it in terms of exposure and in terms of buzz. So you could just have, you could just alternate posting these ladies, and they would have a lot of people commenting on their photos and really weighing in on their position in the competition. So I would really still look at these three ladies and see, who could actually outrun um, all the other 31 ladies in the competition. So we'll see. We'll see about this. So there you go, guys. This is your quick update on what to expect at Miss Universe Philippines and where we are with my attendance. So thank you so much, and I will be seeing you tonight for our live session.